Oops. All right, good afternoon. My name is Seth Reynolds. I'm a prevention educator here at the Alcohol and Drug Abuse Council. I teach in all the Delaware County schools, well, most of them. And today I have a presentation for you on stress management. So we're going to be talking about strategies, recognizing stress, what it feels like, and how we can make choices to help with that stress. Two main types of stress: short-term, long-term. We're going to focus on long-term stress because I feel like that's what everybody is going through since March, when the COVID-19 and the pandemic took over. And it's been very difficult for me personally, my friends, my family, and I think this topic is very, very important right now. The key here is stress is completely normal. We're all in this together. It's something we're all going through. We're all struggling to find ways to deal with the pressures of life. And to know how it's affecting us and to be able to recognize how it's affecting us is the key to being able to make better decisions to control our stress. Recognizing stress. First of all, you have to realize you're not the only one. Stress is the body's reaction to any change, negative or positive. New job, new position, new classroom, new requirements for the same job. We can all relate to that. That is something that we all are having to deal with. I enjoy, I get my focus and my balance from being in the classroom. My passion is working with students and on a daily basis, talking with them, learning from them, teaching them, and I don't have that opportunity. And what looks like I won't have that opportunity for a while. So I have got to refocus and prioritize what is important. And right now, stress management is very important in my own life. And I know some of you are struggling as well. So we have to realize that chronic stress is emotional pressure over a long period of time. And if we don't start to recognize some of these signs, then it can have a negative effect on us. I'm going to give you some warning signs here that aren't on the slide. Your heart starts to race, sweating, dizziness, grinding teeth, indigestion, problems sleeping, cold, sweaty palms, tired all the time. Even if you slept well last night, you're still tired. Loss of breath. I was sitting watching a TV show the other night and thinking about this presentation, to be honest with you, and among other things, and had an immediate just loss of breath and didn't know what was going on. I've heard friends talk about similar things, but it's never happened to me before, so I really had to take a second and figure out why that happened. And it's tough to realize that I'm putting this presentation together for stress management, and it's greatly affecting me. But it's good that I had to do this because it opened my eyes up to things that can help. Few more: feeling lost, avoidance of work. Chronic stress can wear down the body's natural defenses. First of all, we have to realize that and accept that what you're doing may not be working and change our behavior. Instead of reaching for an alcoholic drink, instead of reaching for that second, third, fourth cup of coffee, we have to grab an alternative. Grab a water, grab a cup of tea, an alternative that works for you. And that will help us with exhaustion. Who's exhausted? Raise your hand. I know I am. This is all new to me, and it's been a tough change, but I'm being mindful of the situation now without judgment or analysis. Before, I was pretty hard on myself. I'm not very good with PowerPoint, so that's been a learning curve for me. So our negative thoughts, if not dealt with, can have a very negative side effects for our emotions, our thoughts, our physical well-being, and our spiritual side. Stress that continues without relief is called distress, negative stress reaction. Very important to find positive and productive ways to let go of stress and overwhelming thoughts. Distress can be seen in the form of headaches, upset stomach, chest pain, and problems sleeping. Our body's internal balance is thrown off. On the emotional side, we can see problems in the form of depression, panic attacks, anxiety, and worry. Can lead to negative use of substances, alcohol, tobacco, drugs, or even food. Overwhelmed is definitely something that we can all relate to, I think. And the key here is to realize that you can ask for help. You're a teacher. You're expected to know all the answers. You're expected to get everything done. You're expected to wear many, many, many different hats. I think right now, regardless what we're doing for work, we're all expected to just be able to do what we need to do to change and keep moving forward. For some, they can do that. For others, like myself, it's not so easy. We have to realize to practice self-compassion. Confront our own suffering with an attitude of warmth and kindness without judgment. And we can do this by cultivating forgiveness. This is something that we all have to think about and be mindful of, because if we don't, we're going to continue to struggle with those things that are weighing us down. So to cultivate forgiveness, we acknowledge what happened, how it feels, how it affects our life right now. Then we make a commitment to forgive, which means letting go of resentment and ill will for your own sake. Forgiveness doesn't mean letting yourself or an offender off the hook. It just means you're coming to an understanding to let go of ill will and resentment. And the key here is acceptance, so we can take control, feel that accomplishment, and be able to structure our thoughts. So, managing stress. This is very important. If we don't learn how to manage stress, it's going to continually hold us back. And how we start to do that is to change our way of thinking, change our thought process so that we can identify the functions and the reinforcers of that behavior or thought process so we can grow. If we think of stress as a weight on our shoulders, and we're continually adding to that weight on our shoulders, sooner or later, we're not going to be able to get our work done. We're not going to be able to function. So we have to be mindful of our thoughts and behaviors to notice signs, and we have to come up with strategies that can help short-term and long-term stress. And the four big areas here are relaxation, cognitive, our thought process, behavior, the things we do, and our relationships. And I think it's really important to look at stress as something that can help us. You can be stressed today, but if you realize what that stress is and you learn to use it to your advantage, it can be something that can be manageable, and it can be something that can be a springboard to help you. Our choices are so important, and we make thousands of choices every day. You made the choice to get up this morning. You made the choice to get ready for work. You made the choice to come to work. Those are all positive choices. Those are all things that we just do and don't give ourselves credit for. You made the choice to put together a lesson for your students. You made the choice to drive the speed limit to work. Those are all things that we just take for granted. But are our choices helping or hurting us? That is something you need to ask yourself, and you need to be mindful of that. And then if you realize that, you have been doing something that has been holding you back, you need to change that. Mel Robbins says that we have to say, I'm stressed, we have to say, I'm feeling stressed, not I'm stressed. If we say I'm feeling stressed, we're taking control of the situation. And one of the things that was adding to my stress was binge watching Netflix when I was working from home. I would do my work, and then to relax, I would turn on a show. And I realized that those seasons can become very addictive. I'm impatient and want to know what's happening. So I'm like, I can watch one more. And what started as a relaxation thing turned out to be avoidance of what was going on, not only work, but what was going on in the world. I didn't want to hear about that. I didn't want to, know any of that. So I just started watching the season of Netflix, and before I knew it, in a couple of days, I had finished 2 seasons. Not exactly a good choice. Sleep is very important, and it's something that I've been having trouble with. I'm a night owl normally, and I go to bed late and get up and come to work. And through this whole situation, the pandemic, it's been weighing on me. And it's something that I've really had to take charge of and to change my bad habits. And a couple of nights ago, I saw this on my phone, and I never knew this was even there. Things happen for a reason. Popped up on my phone, and on the bottom, you can see alarm, clock, timer, stopwatch, and then bedtime. My phone, if I use it correctly, can help me to set a consistent bedtime for better sleep. And I think that is very important. And another thing that I've been doing, because one of my other bad habits was laying in bed at night before I went to bed and looking at my phone, looking at Facebook Marketplace or searching things on Google that I didn't even need to be searching. I was avoiding having to go to sleep because I don't know. I just wasn't turning the phone off and closing my eyes, shutting the light off, and relaxing. So if you check your phone, click on your clock and see what options you have. This might be a good technique for you to use. Positive quotes. I love quotes. I use quotes in the classroom when I'm working with students. And I just think they're powerful. They're positive. You may or may not get anything out of positive quotes, but I do. And I look up positive quotes. I try to look up 2 or 3 new positive quotes on a daily basis. I've got stickies taped all over my door here at work. And these are some of the quotes that I have found that really resonate for me. Okay. These are the choices that we can make on a daily basis to help us with our stress levels. And I think the key here is to not only know that these are positive choices that we can make, but to actually use them. And this is one of my faults. I know that they're there, but I don't take the time to go for a walk, go for a jog. I'm not a runner. Never really something that I saw as a positive, positive thing. But I do remember when I was in the Air Force, PT was early in the morning, and I did not look forward to it because I'm not a morning person and I'm not a runner. But I'll be honest with you, when I went to PT, got it done, I felt 10 times better heading into work. My mind was clear. I felt good physically, and I was ready for the day. And that is something I'm going to change in my life. I'm not going to go running every morning. I can be honest with you there, but I am going to start getting up a little bit earlier and going for a walk every morning. And I think it'll help me. I've already talked about sleep. It's very, very positive, very powerful. And we need to control our sleep so that we can recharge. We need to eat well. We really need to be, our diet is important, very important. And if you're putting the wrong fuel in your body is not going to respond as well as if you're eating healthy food and drinking water. Water is very important, and every day, instead of grabbing for that next cup of coffee, grab water. Caffeine is a substance that helps us, gives us a little pick-me-up, but can also dehydrate us and, in the long run, hold us back. I found this to be very, very important. Take control of how your body feels by doing these things to help you on a daily basis in these 4 categories. And, if you do these things without you even knowing it, it's going to help you to feel better about yourself, to feel more accomplished, better shape. I like the one in the bottom right-hand corner, the painkiller. Love humor, love laughing. And one thing that I did with my dad through the COVID was we would watch funny videos of goats. It's just something that, he and I would do together and loved it. It was a lot of fun. And you can go on YouTube and check that out. Just type in funny goat videos, and if you find that funny, you're going to be laughing all day long. Okay. These are the things that I looked up to help me with this presentation, and I thought they were very powerful topics. Cognitive behavior therapy and dialectical behavior therapy. Cognitive behavior therapy is your thought process and eliminating negative thoughts. Dialectical behavior therapy is your behaviors and, eliminating those behaviors that don't make you the best that you can be. I skipped over gratitude, but it's huge. And I think that we can all be more mindful of how we are treating ourselves and treating others. It gives us the control to help ourselves, to be more compassionate with ourselves. And I think how we treat ourselves is very, very important. And other people as well. Even if you're not having a good day, you pass somebody, on the street, say hello, say hi, and it'll help you to feel better, at the same time that you're being nice to someone else. More information, the one at the top, the free online course by Dr. Laurie Santos, the professor at Yale. The course name is The Science of Well-Being. Go online, check it out. You can do it at your own pace, and it's very, very, very positive. I got a lot out of it. There is a lot you can do to embody calm for yourself and to help others. Random acts of kindness, give back, volunteer, donate. Stay home, pro-social action, take a mental health break. Especially now, if you're not feeling good or if you're overwhelmed, take a break and stay home. Do those things for yourself. Informal social interactions can be powerful. And this is something that I thought was very powerful. Dr. Laurie Santos came up with the G.I. Joe fallacy. I watched cartoons when I was a kid, and one of them was G.I. Joe. And usually in every cartoon, at the end, it said that knowing was half the battle. So Dr. Laurie Santos says that the G.I. Joe fallacy is that mistaken idea that knowing is half the battle. Knowing is not enough to change behavior. To change behavior, you have to change your habits. And in the science of well-being, she talks about how you can change your behavior to change your habits. Research suggests that if you do these rewirement activities each day, you'll get a boost in mood and overall well-being. Become happier by learning and applying psychological science. Dr. Laurie Santos. Check it out. Okay, 3 questions for you. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this presentation, and I'm asking that you answer these 3 questions and email me. And then if you do that, I will email you back with a certificate of certification for watching this video today. Take care.